Hello and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. So today, the biggest goal is optimization science packs. We are pretty close. We just need to do this research here. Let's see, we have 2K700. So red, green, blue probably is a good idea. Red, green, blue. These other things should be fine. We actually need a couple of these as well. Just in case. Here. We'll take that. We'll take motors. So those are things that we can't really send with anything else. Actually, I didn't check if we can send data. I don't think we can send that data. No, we can't send that. Okay, so red, green, blue. We can send yellow as well, because we're gonna need so much yellow. And then... Wait. I'm pretty sure we did this. Actually. I really thought we did this. But I must be incorrect, clearly. Let's update this. Okay. We're gonna need a ton of blank tech cards here as well. No, we do have these. So that should be fine. In terms of next research, bot speed is definitely gonna be the way to go. How many are you able to make right now? 12 per second, 750 per minute. There's no way that you're filling... Oh, but it's half a belt, right. Right. Let's do that. And let's also upgrade this. Man, I really thought that we added a storage for blank tech cards. But I guess I have Factorio Dreams now. And I mean, a good 24% productivity definitely gonna help. We can remove these, yeah. They don't really fill any function. Same with those. Okay, we have 6K left here. Okay. What are the construction bots doing? Hello? I guess they were very, very far away. Yeah, it looks like they were all up here or something like that. Okay. Do. Cool. Let's add another 2 of this. Make sure that has some very nice power and some nice inserters. And these are on the way mostly. Yeah, that's gonna be green inserter territory right there. Not sure that's gonna be enough, but hopefully. We have 8 more on the way. This is almost 1K. So how many do we need to make this? Okay, so it's half. Half the blank tech card. So if we get 1K, we're gonna get roughly 500 science packs out of that. And with the productivity that we have in space for science, which is 18%, we need 80 per 100, which means that 500 should be kinda enough, but probably don't really want to gamble on it. So I'd really like to get 2K of this. Okay, let's stop getting those. Let's put all these tech cards in here. We can send this in the meantime. My throat is not doing really well. I managed to catch a small cold again, so I apologize for that in advance. It's the reason I haven't really released any Factorio videos for a couple of days is I've actually been sick. So this is me getting back into the base, so I'm clearly a little bit disoriented on where we are progress-wise. But we'll get back to speed soon. Okay, so other things that I would really like to do. I would like to add another set of rail here. It doesn't do that much, but clearing out some of the biters would be helpful, kinda. Okay, so 1.6K. Let's add another set. There we go. That should be fine. We basically have tech cards for days. Okay, let's go to space here. Let's see. These blank data cards. Blank. We don't have any blank data cards because of these. Okay. Do we have substations here? No, not really. So let's add a little bit of power supply to this. Probably gonna want to add another stack if I can. Let's send this as well. How are we doing with circuits anyway? 3k green circuits, 1500 of that. Don't have many modules. We have 1k of that. So probably want to send these. I think speed modules as well could be a good idea to send. There we go. I'd really like maybe another set here. Okay, please do that a bit faster. We did send the motors. That should be enough blank tech cards for a while. Let's take a look at green motors. Their thing. That's clearly not doing very well because of green circuits. Wait, what? Are you genuinely eating every single green circuit? Yeah, you are. I find that very interesting. I'm gonna send these because why not? And we're gonna send another 50 substations. Let's take... Yeah, we're gonna have to go maybe here. And we want to make... this, you know? And this is gonna be optimization science pack. That we'll do a passive provider. We'll do a requester. And then this is gonna be broken data card, right? Or junk data card, sorry. Junk data card. And that's gonna be a purple one. We'll put a substation. If I can find the substation. We'll put that there. Space research data is made in one of these as well. So this is gonna be space research data. You're gonna get some fluid. You're just gonna send that there. We can do that probably. We'll send modules in there. Okay. We are sending this to Novice orbit and landing pad. Boom. Let's go. Hopefully that's going to be fine. We do have a pretty good cargo safety rating here. I'm assuming we can max that out. Okay, can you do that for me, please? Okay, perfect. Get the substations out. Some of this. Some of this. Hopefully we'll be able to scrub these fairly well to get more cards out of that. You are not making any more because of lack of belt. You're not making that because of lack of motors, which we sent a bunch. Let's make a pretty solid buffer here, but not too much. Okay, that went kind of well. Also, we need to request this here. Let's say 200, 200. So, back on Novice, what do we really want to work on? Just let me double check some things here. That's not great. Can I see where that is? This. Okay. We're gonna have to transport that all the way up there. So that being here kind of messes with my jam. Oof. Okay, that's not good. I think they changed something with the key binding thing. Can we do that? Okay, let's turn this on. We do have more than enough uranium right now. More than enough. So it's utility, which we should have a decent amount of. And you started making belt again. Oh wait, you don't have... Okay. That's very unfortunate. Let's see, water barrel. And lubricant barrel. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's do this. Then green signal, green signal. This is water. Barrel. This is lubricant barrel. Perfect. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Okay. For some reason the jetpack worked now. I don't know. It's like, did they change some hotkey or how does that even work? So, this, we need to do something about this. Apparently we're also using... Okay, you are requesting from buffer chests, but you're not. Very interesting. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That is fine. Right, so heat shielding is the actual problem. And heat shielding is being a problem because of sulfur, and sulfur is being a problem because oil is what it is. And we just don't have enough petroleum gas. Hopefully this is gonna lead to a little bit more petroleum gas, but... yeah. The big spaghetti that's oil, we're gonna have to fix soon. You know, I'd be kind of interested. We could do this. Boom. Then this. Or some extra productivity. So right now I think we are stacking up on petroleum. Yes, we are. This is gonna help slightly. At least it's full belt now. Which it wasn't really before, so that's good. But I think we'll run out of petroleum very, very soon. Just kind of expected. Okay, so we're seeing a drop here. Why are we seeing a drop? Oh no. That's heat shielding again. Okay, so we've been stuck at 440 per minute. We doubled that. We should see an effect in heat shielding kinda soon. I think this was a good trade-off, I'll be honest. Wondering... No, I'm just gonna leave that for now. We went halfway before that took a turn for the worse. And unfortunately, heat shielding is a big problem. Do we have heat shielding here somewhere? Kinda do. Let me put that into novice orbit. So we did improve heat shielding slightly. But these basic materials for the delivery cannon capsules, we're gonna have to increase that soon. Okay, that's good. Hopefully that's gonna increase soon. Okay, that's good. Fuck, we ran out of the modules as well. No, I forgot I need the modules for this, didn't I? Yeah. I knew I needed modules for something. Yeah, let's say 200, please. Let's move this here. That does indeed make sense to me. We're gonna have to send another rocket, yeah? That's mega annoying. Rare minerals. Okay. It's unfortunate. This is not something that I want to do, but we'll have to do that anyway to unlock this. Heat shielding now has a problem with steel. Let's go take a look at steel smelting and see what's up with that. This is basically an iron-related problem. So what can we do over here to make this work better? This is already a full red belt that we're using. Okay. This is 450. So 900 is the goal. 900 is the goal. Let me see here. That's 6. That's 10. Okay. Let's see if we can get these constructed. Which we apparently can't. Let's do that. So I think iteration number 2 of iron smelting is coming right now. I would like to go over to this smelting with ingots, but I am not confident enough in our pyroflux logistics to do that. There's no way. We'll upgrade that, I think. That should be fine. Okay. Let's see. This seems to be on the way. Yeah, okay. You guys took a couple extra. And you guys are going over here with it as well. Okay. I guess I was sure I made this before, but... yeah. Okay. Okay, so we need to select a recipe first and foremost. This is gonna be that recipe. Iron plates from enriched iron. Oh, and that's actually less. Crafting speed 2, crafting speed. Huh. How's that 450? Oh, this is 12. Man, okay. There we go, I guess. So the problem that we're gonna face here is we're gonna do this. And I don't think, even with... Let's see, so we would take out here. Like that, probably. I think that's the plan. Let's see, we got some modules. 2 of these would be 58. And this would be halfway. That's 176. We do that by 4, that's 700, roughly. Okay, so let's see. If we wanted to do this and get 450, we'd need 16 instead of that. Okay. But if we cheat a little bit, we take this, we build these in slots of 4. So if I do this and that, we are getting 638. Okay. So with this, we should be getting more than 900, right? I think we do this, actually. This is definitely going to be more than 900. And this takes 900 enriched iron and makes it into 900 plates. This takes... Let's try and be specific. I think we do this. Okay. Let's take that out. We don't need this fuel anymore. And I think we have a thing here for this. Let's leave that there. Because I don't really need that. And we take this out. We can put it, let's say, here. I don't like how that looks. So we'll do this. Then we take this out. We take that out. And then these need to be somehow fed. With this. I think we'll do that. I'll be honest. I don't think we do that. I think we just do that instead. I don't really care that much. Boom. And we did get worker speed. Very, very nice. Think we can consider getting these. It's a lot of research, but we should definitely be well on our way to get that. We'll have a couple of these here. There. think here, right? Yes. And then here. We can do that. Go up there. Go there. Go there. And our power consumption probably gonna go up a bit. Okay. So in theory, we'll be able to get 3,853 roughly. Or slightly more than 900. I wish I could limit this to a belt. Which I don't think I can with this. But it doesn't matter too much. Unfortunately, this is only 12% productivity. There we go. And then trash unrequested, so I can get rid of that. Okay, so steel here looks fine. It's gonna take a little bit of time before this gets back up to speed, which I hope it will soon. We were kinda stuck at 200 roughly before, so let's see what we can get up to. Unfortunately, I think getting another belt in here would be the real way to go. Yeah. At some point I want to redesign this with modules in mind, but that ain't happening for now. You are not producing very well right now. Why? You are actually running out of water. Why? Oh. Ew. Turns out this line of power was kind of important. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Let's make sure that this goes away. And that we get... Okay, that's kind of annoying, but let's get that there. Let's see if this fixes fixes itself now. That really added a huge delay to that for some godforsaken reason. But so far so good. So we did fix most of this stuff. I am hoping this will result in a decent chunk of iron. What are you guys doing? Oh, that's... okay. That's kinda spicy. Didn't think they would kill the wall. I thought this wall was really over the top. But it seems like that might not be the case. For prod module 3, it's vulcanite block. Don't... okay, we have a lot of these, so it's 4, 8, 16, 32, and then 36 and 40. So this is barely one stack of modules. Barely one stack of modules for prod 3. And speed 3 would be immersite crystals, which we should have a decent chunk of. Which it turns out we have exactly 0. I see. And I'm assuming Draket is not sending any more of this because we're lacking this and because we're lacking heat shielding. No, we're lacking explosives. But this is because we're lacking heat shielding. So it is a heat shielding problem still. Which in fact is a steel related problem. But this should now stabilize. Let's see, we've been jumping up and down a bit. The real goal here is to significantly improve on this. 263. We don't have a lot of these either. Because I'm thinking probably we want to give steel the same treatment. This is 600 out. Think here, yeah. Okay. Let's connect that there. So 600 was what we had before. For 1800 iron. Very important thing to remember. This would be times 3. I mean, this will potentially be able to make way more steel than we can handle. But we should be getting a little bit more out of it than before. Okay, let's take a look at this. So the 270 something turned into around 600. And we have a coronal mass ejection heading for Draket. We have 6 hours to solve somehow the power issue on Draket, make sure we have defense there, and kind of sort that out. 670, if we can keep this at a reasonable pace, this should solve a little bit of the issues that we have. And this looks really, really nice right now. I am very inclined to put a warehouse there. Did I make any warehouses? Kinda did, yeah. Let's do that. With this going in and that going out. We'll put that there. This will just allow us to build up a buffer when we're not using it. If we potentially can. Which, at this point, I don't know if we can. Okay, this is holding quite steady. Max we hit before was 450. Okay. Anyway, I think this is going to be the end of this episode. We did get a couple of things done. Productivity for iron and steel, definitely going to make a difference. I think next time we really need to look at low density structures, heat shielding, and some other stuff related to like rocket infrastructure. And that would really help us a lot. Another big gaping issue is oil production, where we really need to set something up that is way more permanent than what we have now. Because this spaghetti stuff has definitely reached its limit. Train-based oil will be a struggle. This is holding kind of firm for now, but I think, again, steel is not really there. Okay, this is working quite well, but we probably want to make sure we have productivity for this production chain as well. In terms of power, we're definitely in a good spot right now. And this reactor has been working quite well. Okay. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. If you like this content, consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have an incredibly nice day.